Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Okay. So yesterday we have seen the audit log, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So now today we'll start with the bulk copy we have done already. Am I right?
Done.
Incremental loading. Hello.
Done, Sunday. Incremental. Diary loading only, no?
Right.
Yeah, done.
Incremental load, delta load.
No.
Okay. So now we'll start with that. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Incremental loading means copy based on file count, right?
No. That is different. Okay. So now we'll start with the incremental load or delta load. This is basically a very important topic and lot of programming and I mean to say a lot of activities are required in this. So today's topic is how to implement the incremental loading or the delta loading. The case study. Title of the case study. Implementation of delta loading. Okay, guys, implementation of the delta load. Now, before that, we'll see some details about it. What are the different types of the following are the types of data loading. That means whenever you wanted to load the data into the target system, hmm, we observe or we use basically two type of loadings we have it. So first of all, what are the types of loading we have to know first of all. So before we know what is a delta loading, we should understand what are the types of loadings we have it. Okay. So basically loading. So what is my loading? Loading is a process of, guys, loading is the process of storing, storing, it is the process of storing and inserting the data into the sync system. Okay. There are two types of loading. There are two types of loading. The first type of loading is initial load. Initial loading or initial load. Okay, I can say initial load or the full load. Okay. So then we have what's it? Incremental load. Or delta load. Okay. So guys, the first one is what? Initial load or full load. And the second one is called as the incremental load or delta load. These are the two types of loadings we have it. So what do you mean by loading? Loading is basically a process of putting the data into the sync system. Loading is a process of putting the data into the sync system. Okay. So guys, everyone. So now guys, basically, we can put the data into the sync system in two ways. The first one is called as what? Initial load or full load. The first type of loading is called as what? Initial load or full load. And the next one we can say what's that? Incremental load or delta load. Okay. So let's try to see this with the help of an example, guys. Yeah, everyone is following.
Yes,
Hello?
Aman. Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm using the source. Let us see. So there is some source here, and my source having some data. My source having some data. So now, guys, I'm using the data. Let's take example of our institute itself. Okay. Course underscore IED. Name. Duration. This is my source. And now I have the, let us say we have, our institute has the following courses in it. So the course ID is 1, Guys, everyone, the course ID is 1. The course name is ADF. And let us say the duration is 55 hours. And the second row is, guys, everyone, I'm using the second one too. ADB. Okay, we have 50 hours. Hurt. I'm just writing it here. Python. First one. That's it. Suppose we have the 3 rows here. And now, guys, I have the first one. Okay. Now I'm using it. The another one, guys, everybody, just concentrate. The entire glitch is here. So I'm writing the sync system here. Instead of writing it aside, I'm writing it the downwards. So just go, don't get confused here. Okay, guys. The first time, whenever you have the data into the source system, tell me now, your sync is empty or does it has any data, guys? Please tell me.
Empty.
Empty.
Yes, your sync system will be empty. It does not has any data. So your sync will be empty. Always it will be empty. Okay. So whenever you want it, can you see it? Or do you want the data to be loaded into the sync system or not? Tell me. Yes, guys.
Yes.
In fact, you have to load it. Without loading the data, nothing is going to happen. And okay. So now, first of all, you have to load the data. For loading this data, guys, everyone, for loading this data, what we require to do here is for loading the data. First of all, we initiate the process. Now, first, when you try to load the very first time, when you try to load the data into the sync system, when the very first time when you try to load the data into the sync system, so how many records are updated with the sync system now? Tell me, guys.
3 record.
3
Yeah.
records. Very good. So the 3 records are updated with the sync system. Now, guys, we can have what's that? 3 records are updated. Whenever the first time, if you have first time 10 records are there, all the 10 records are copied into the sync system when you try to load the data for the first time, for the very first time. This kind of a loading, is called as what, guys? Initial load or full load. This kind of a loading is called as what, guys? Tell me now. Initial load or full load. This kind of a loading is called as what? Initial load or full load. Everyone. The very first time, whenever you try to implement, whenever the very first time when you try to implement, the number of records, how many records you have it into the source system, you try to load it into the target system. It is called as what? Initial load or full load. It is called as an initial load or full load. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Everyone
Yes,
is
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
The very first time when you try to implement, or the very first time when you try to put the data into the sync system, so this is called as what? Initial load or full load. Initial load or full load. Okay, guys. It is called as what? Initial load or full load. That's it. The very first time when you try to load the data is called as what? Initial load or full load. That's it. Okay, guys. Later on, what happened is, guys, after some days or after some time, let us say here, guys, everyone, let us say that 2 more courses have been introduced here. By the way, Durga Soft, let us say. So next course ID is 4. And now, guys, course ID is 4. Okay. And they have what's it? Let us say synapse. And how the duration is 45 hours only. Now, guys, consider. Now, do we have the data called synapse into the sync system or not? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
My question is that, do you have the synapse available into the sync
N-
system or no?
No, no.
It's not available. So now we have to load it. So the second time when you try to load the data into the sync system, the second time when you try to load the data into the sync system, this is called as what is that? Yes, guys, this is called as what? From the second time onwards, whenever you try to execute or whenever you try to put the more data, this is called as what, guys? This is called
Increment.
as incremental load or delta load. It is called as what? Incremental load or delta load. So only the first time it is called as initial load, guys. Rest the second time onwards, you execute as many records as you want, as many records as you want. But this is called as what? Incremental load or delta load. It is called as what? Incremental load or delta load. Clear, everyone? Hello?
Clear, sir.
Hmm. The third time, suppose I have again somewhere more, two more courses are added here. Let us say Java 30, 40 hours. DevOps 60 hours. Okay, here you have it. Now tell me, how many more records need to be updated into the sync system?
Two.
Two more records. So we can say that these two more records are, or two more records need to be updated into the sync system. Let's come back. See here. So now tell me, the sync system is updated the third time run with how many records here? Yes, with how many records? 5 and 6. Prior it was not there. Now even this is called as the incremental load or delta load. This is also called as what? Incremental load or delta load. So guys, even this is called as what? Incremental load or delta load. Only the first time, guys, only the first time when you try to upload the data or when you try to load the data, it is called as initial load or full load. From the next time onwards, the number of times you executed, the number of times you implemented, it is called as what? Yes, guys, it is called as what? It is called as what? Incremental load or delta load only. Okay. It is called as what? Incremental load or delta load. The other name for the incremental load is what? Delta load. So here we have to perform the delta loading. Okay. So clear, everyone? Yes, guys?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay. So now guys. Okay. So likewise, the number of times you try to execute it, the number of times you try to execute it, this is called as what? Delta loading or incremental loading only. Now you have to design the pipeline. Can you hear? It is very mandatory and very important implementation of the case study in the real time, guys. So now basically you have to design the pipeline where it should represent the guys, where it should represent the, can you see here? uh, so basically, here you have to design a pipeline in such a way where the incremental loading and the delta loading, okay, should be updated every time. Should be updated, what is it? Every time here, okay? So for that, now guys, the next question comes here. how many types of loadings we have to perform now, or how many type of activities are required to perform the incremental load or delta load. Okay, guys. So now let's say here, everyone, I'm just doing one thing. I'm removing all. Sync system, I'm emptying up now. And there is, guys, the first and the prior one is here. So the first and foremost, after the source and sync is ready, the thing what we have to do is all of you just concentrate and hear it, listen it carefully, guys. It's very, very important case study. Okay. So source and sync. So the source has currently how many records are there? Tell me now. Guys, the
6 records.
6 records.
6 record.
Yeah. Now the sync system has 0 records. How many records? 0
0.
records. Now, guys, likewise, every 1 month or every 10 days, Durga Software is introducing one new course. So what that course will be updating it to the sync system. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
That new course has to be updated to the sync system, because the target system there I'm executing it. The same thing has to be updated to the sync system. So now, how many times in a month they may start only 1 or 2 courses, or even in the 15 days they may start a new course. Am I right or not?
Yeah.
That information we have to capture it somewhere. Somewhere that record we should know. That means how somewhere we should capture that record. For that, here you will have a table. The table is called as what, guys? Everyone, the table here you will have a table. This table is called as what? This table is called as what? You will write this table even in the real time. Watermark table. Or we also call it in some projects bookmark table. Watermark table or bookmark table. What is it? We have it. We'll be having one table called what? Watermark table or consider watermark table or bookmark table. So, guys, this watermark table or the bookmark table, generally you will have only 2 columns will be there. Generally, you will have 2 columns. One column name is a table. Other column name is called as LPV. LPV stands for what? Last processed value. What's it? Last processed value. LPV stands for what? Last processed value. Okay. Last process value. And now, guys, can you see here? Here I'm using a table. Table name is what's it? I'm using course. Course. Okay. That means these are the columns. The above are the columns, guys. Now, can you see here? Can you see here? What's that you have it? Can you see everyone? So I'm using it. Table column name is table, and the first row is what? Course. What should you have it? Can you see here, guys? Everyone? Course is the first row. Second, now initially the value of the LPV will be 0, guys. Okay. The value of the LPV will be what? Always make sure it will be 0. Always make sure it will be 0, guys. Okay. The value of the LP will be always 0. The value of the LP will be always what? 0. Okay, guys. The value of the LP will be always 0 initially. Why? Because all the records are available into the source system. There is no record initially available into the sync system. So now can you see here? Can you see here? So all this, can you see here? Now, can you see here? If you use the select star from the sync table, can you see here? Select the star from code can see if you just use the select the star from the table name, whatever you have it in the sync system, it will say 0 records because you don't have any records. Okay. So guys, can you see here? Now the very first time you execute it, tell me now. Copy this, and now guys paste it here. Now tell me, how many records are updated? Tell me now.
6.
Hello, 6 records. So
Six.
now LPV will be the last processed value.
Process
So what is the last processed value you have it?
6.
Very
6
good.
1.
So it will be updated to the 6. Okay. Next, the second time, it is called as, first one is called as initial load. And the second time when you execute it, I'm using the 7th. Okay. Framework. Okay. So I'm using it here. Java framework. Okay, I'm using what's the name of the course? Java framework. 90 days. Now tell me, if now I am updating my sync system with one more record called Java framework, is a new course introduced. Can you see it? As soon as it is updated here, can you see it? As soon as it is updated here to the sync system, as soon as it is updated to the sync system, tell me now what will be LPV now? Huh? LP value will change from 6 to what is that?
7.
1.
Huh?
1. 1.
7 automatically. Getting my point? 6 to 7,
Yes.
not 1. 6 to 7 updated means what? Last
added.
processed value. Last, I'm not talking about the number of rows. You can consider what is the last process value. What is the last process value?
7.
7, exactly. Now I will
Nothing
enter.
but one course is added.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
In the same way, let us try to execute 2 more rows here. Add 2 more rows. 8, and I have something SAS 100. 9. Next one I'm using ADB. Okay, ADB 5 Spark 45. That's it. Now, tell me now, what is the LPV you have it in the LPV table? Tell me now. Other
9.
two? Now LP, what is the current LPV you have it?
7 records.
7. Now the source system is updated with 2 more records. Do we need to update these 2 records into the sync system?
Yes.
Yes, in fact. So whenever you update the same sync system with the 2 more records, now tell me what will be the LPV you will have it here again?
7 plus 2 9.
9. So automatically it will change to 9. Getting my point?
Hmm.
That's it. So here, basically, can you see here? This is how actually the process should take place. This is how the process should take place. But now, can you see here? You should use the following activities. Can you see here? Whenever you are updating the sync system, automatically, the LPV should change from current value to the current value. The LPV should change from current value to the the LPV should change from current value to the updated value. That means the lookup should be updated. So guys, everyone, the lookup should be updated here. Okay. So before that, first of all, you should know what is the current LPV. Am I right or not?
Hmm.
Before you update the LPV, last process value, you should know the LPV first of all. Am I right or not? By
Yes.
you knowing the LPV only, you will come to know whether your source system, whether your sync system is updated or not. Am I right?
Yes,
So
Samir.
first of all, we have to use an activity. I'm using it here. Number of activities which you have to use it in this process. First activity, lookup activity. Lookup activity. So now lookup activity. The lookup activity, guys, all of you, looks up on the watermark table. It looks up on what's it? Watermark table, and it will return you the. It will return you, guys. It will return you what's that? It will return you the LPV. Can you see here? It will return you the LPV. That is called as last processed value. So for that, what is it you have to use, guys? You have to use the following condition in the lookup. Select a star from. Select a star from course. The table name is course. Okay, select a star from, sorry, column name is course. Course where course underscore ID greater than LPV. Last process. Okay, where course underscore ID is equal to what? Greater than, what's that? LPV. Okay, greater than LP. Okay. What's that? Sorry, greater than LPV. Okay, guys. So now tell me, if at all we use this, what happens? Initially, you have the value of a 0. E0 will come here. And then initially, so you'll have the value of 6. 6 will come here. Now you have updated the system with the 2 more records. So now what it should return here? It should return the LPV as what? Guys, it should return the LPV as what? 9. Am I right or not? So to find out, because this in real time, the watermark table is created not by you, it is created by some other person. It is created by what? Some other person. It is created by some other person, not by you ultimately in the real time. So first of all, you should know what is the LPV. So to find out the LPV, last process value, we should use an activity called what? Lookup activity. We should use an activity called what? Can you see here, guys? Lookup activity. Okay. Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
the next one. Okay, the next activity you have to use it. So now, guys, can you see here? Here you have it, can you see? Can you see here? Now, whenever you are updating the sync system, whenever you are updating the sync, whenever the source system is updated, whenever the source system is updated with number of records here, so the source system, so the sync system will also will be updated here, and those updated record information will be available in the LPV table. Am I right or not? Or in the watermark table or bookmark table. So how it is being updated? How when the sync system is updated, watermark table is also updated. Am I right or not? Everybody, tell me. Huh?
Mm.
So
Yes,
now
sir.
how it should update? To update this one automatically, we have to use one more activity here. That second activity is called as what? Stored procedure. That means stored procedure, you have to write it. You have to write the stored procedure, guys, everyone. You have to write the stored procedure, and this stored procedure will update the sync system. Whenever it is updated, the sync system, whenever it is updated, it will automatically change the LPV from the current LPV to the updated LPV. So for that, we are going to write the stored procedure activity. We are going to write the activity called what? Stored procedure activity. Clear, everyone? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So basically, we are going to change it from the same. That is nothing but stored procedure activity. We are going to. So see here. What's the next thing you have it? So we are going to use the stored procedure activity. Okay, guys. So further to this, can you see here? Okay, can you see here? Further, what should I am using? Huh? Tell me now. Now, guys, what happened? Now further, what said I want? Stored procedure. Stored procedure should be updated now. And the third point, third activity, you have to use the copy activity. Okay. Copy activity. So that means first look up on the LPV table, that is called the watermark table, and get the latest LPV. So LPV is 9. Previously, it was 6. LPV 9 means what? There is an updation. So now, then write a stored procedure to update automatically. Whenever the source system is updated, the sync system, whenever the sync system is updated with new records, the last process value should be updated into the watermark table. So for that, I'm writing a stored procedure. For further, guys, I'm using what is that? Tell me now. Further, I'm using what is that? The activity called what is it? Copy activity. Copy activity. That means I can say, first of all, second activity should be the copy, and the third activity should be the store procedure. That means what? If at all, can you see here? If at all, guys, if at all, everyone, look up on the LPV 9. That means 9 means what? It is updated now. Suppose 2 more records are updated here. Okay. Or 1 more record is updated into the source system. I'm using one more. What is it? C. And the C is 100. Now tell me, guys, do you have any updations to be done in the sync system now? Huh? Do you have any updations to be done into the sync system? Yes, guys. Hello.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, one is there now. I've
Yeah,
added
yeah.
one more column. So now this has to be updated. Now update it. So when you update the sync system here, everyone, when you update the sync system, automatically the LPV should change from 9 to what is that?
10.
So 9 to 10. That means, can you see here? First of all, we will look up on this. Now, when there is new record found, copy it. When copied, update the LPV. That means last process value. For that, I'm writing a stored procedure. So we are using an activity called what is that? Stored procedure activity. And once the new record is inserted, I want an email notification. What is that I want? Email notification. Everyone, I want an email notification. That means new record is updated. So here we are going to use one more activity. Here we are going to use one more activity called what is that? Okay. Logic apps. Logic apps. Getting my point, everyone? Yes, guys?
Yeah.
Huh? So
Yes,
just so that means what? All of you got it? What happened? Whenever the source system is updated with a new record, guys, whenever the source system is updated with a new record, whenever the source system is updated with a new record, whenever a new record is found, whenever a new record is found, guys, everyone, what happens? Do what? Perform the find out the lookup. That means using the lookup activity, find out that is nothing but the current LPV. That is using the lookup on the lookup on the that is lookup on the that is nothing but the source system and find out the current value. And once the current value is established, then second thing, what is that you have to do? Perform the copy activity. Performing the copy activity is nothing but what? Perform the copy activity to find out, guys, everyone, perform the copy activity to find out, that is to update the LPV, that is last process value. And once the last process value is updated, then change the value from the current value to the updated value. For that, I'm using the stored procedure. And ultimately, if all these changes are done successfully, send an email notification. Send an what is that? Email notification. So for that, I'm using or designing an app called what? Logic app. Using this app, we will be designing or we'll be attaching this app with the copy activity to finally load the data into what is that? Finally load the data into what is that? Into the finally send an email notification. That's it. Whenever there is new record, update all the process and send an email notification saying that the record has been updated into the sync system and LPV. Okay. Clear, everyone? Hello.
clear, sir. Clear.
Okay, guys. So this practical will take 1.5 hour time. So we'll just start this tomorrow morning. Okay. Thank you. Stopping.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
To copy this written thing to the chat box, you can copy.
Mm. Just a minute. Okay. After tomorrow, after completion, I will paste it. Don't worry. Still,
Okay.
practical is there.
Okay.